Hi everyone, this is Smuggernaut and thanks for watching. Today we're going to go over the Mr. Frost build. It really capitalizes on the ability to do fire and cold damage to enemies in sort of a unique fashion. Specifically, the Blizzard ability has a very long, um, not direct cooldown, but it takes a long time for the mod power itself to generate. But with this setup, you can use it very frequently, which is going to help you do damage and crowd control in a wide path in front of you. So it gives you a little bit creative options for choke pointing enemies or doing higher damage than you would typically expect. Before we get into these two skills, the Frozen Mist and Blizzard, though, I want to talk about mod power generation and mod power refund. So if you see the box on the left, it says that we're going to be using the Labyrinth armor, and that is correct. And here's why. If I shoot an ability like Frozen Mist, I get 3 shots out of it, right? Nothing spectacular, nothing unordinary. You would expect to get the number of shots that it says. However, if you have something on like the Labyrinth set, it will give you a refunded mod amount. Refunds the 10% of the mod power on use. So now we're going to get like 10% back. So after we fire off 3 mods, we should get about 30% total refunded. And it looks a little bit more than that, but you get the whole point. We are getting mod power back after using abilities. The same with Blizzard. But that refunded amount is considered generated mod power. So if you use something like Burden of the Follower, you're going to get a lot of mod power back, way more than you would normally expect. And since we're also going to be using Evoker Seal, which refunds 15% of the mod power used, we'll be able to use abilities way faster than we were before, and the Blizzard ability is going to get refunded and almost be at half. Then the Vulcan's Detonator, which does apply fire damage. These icicles are small AoE explosions, so their base damage goes up, which will also imply burning effect on enemies, which is then going to give us mod power generation passively when it wears off. See? Kota's Hat is just to sort of round it out to give us passive mod generation between waves of enemies. I could switch it off for this boss fight, but I'll leave it on because that's part of the core build. If you'd like to change up that item, definitely feel free. So just to show you the comparison, without equipping another amulet which gives you increased mod power generation, this is what it'll look like. And you can see now we have more than 50% from our Blizzard refunded, which means we'll be able to use it quite frequently. And honestly, the damage it does, I mean, it's literally hit or miss, as you will see, but it can do very good damage. It can at least minimum take away half or more of an elite's health bar. Against larger enemies or slower enemies, it obviously can do higher damage. Just it has more opportunities to damage the enemies because they have a larger hitbox. And they stand in the middle of getting icicled to death longer. Now that the boss has more status effects on him, I'm going to get a lot more mod power generated from him. And yeah, I know I'm standing in the frost. I do that all the time. You'd think I'd learn not to after a while. So one of the downsides of this build is you're not generating mod power for Blizzard while it's active. But it makes up for it by being able to control large areas, like I've mentioned 4 times now. And of course I got knocked down. No big deal. I will probably clip this to put the 2 pieces together. What? Wrong item.
Here they come.
Boom! Shaka laka laka. So you see, it's a different sort of playstyle than you would normally have, or at least that I would normally have, because you have this ability that does take a significant amount of time to charge, but you're able to use it very, very frequently. Oh, fun fact, you can damage enemies through walls with it. That's right, it will path and damage things on the other side of walls, behind cover, you name it. Doesn't really hit flying enemies that well, but it makes up for it, I think, with that other aspect. So this path of the ability itself, you see how it has a specific area that it goes to? Like it'll fly in one direction? That's the difficulty with using the skills. If you can get it lined up, it will clear whatever trash mobs are coming at you. And it can knock enemies backwards, and it can also stagger them. So the crowd control potential, it goes beyond just freezing them to make them move more slowly. It also can um, add technically a little bit more damage to its own self and knock enemies away or lock down areas. All in all, it is a fun build, and I like messing around with it when I just want to set it and forget it. That's the Mr. Frost build, and I hope you have enjoyed it and you learned something new about how the Burden of the Follower, Evoker Seal, and Labyrinth set stack together. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you later.